We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we record today, the Turrbal and Yuggera people.
We pay our respects to elders past and present. Aboriginal land always was, always will be. Sovereignty was never ceded. Hello, my name is Gina.
Hello, my name is Amy.
And we are
As Good As It Gets. Hello, welcome to another episode of As Good As It Gets. I'm one of your hosts, Amy, and I'm really doing my best. And across from me is my beautiful co-host.
I'm not doing my best, but when am I ever?
It's Gina Schwartz.
That's right. Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome to another high quality,
high energy
episode
Yeah.
of As Good As It Gets.
And this is as good as it gets. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that a sad thing that we were like, as good as it gets? That's such a funny title. And now we're like, Jesus Christ. this is as good
bottom
as it
of the
gets.
barrel. This is real. And I think that's beautiful,
Yeah,
Gina. I think that's
nice.
really nice.
Yeah. Amy,
Yeah.
tell me about you, darling. What have you been up to? It's been a week.
I know.
It's been an entire week since I've seen you.
Yes.
So?
Well, Gina, let me tell you. Look, the real estate stuff continues, hence my tone. But I got to tell you something good.
Oh my God.
I had my second Fate interview. Yes.
Oh my God. And
And it went really well.
was this one in person?
Yes, this was in
Oh
person.
my God, where was it?
At Chermside.
Oh, that's fun.
So that's like where the store's going to be.
Do they have a space yet?
They have their space, but it's not like
Set up.
yeah.
yet.
So an interesting thing they told me is that for any new store, you only get a month to build it. So say your store's opening at the start of June, you're only going to get the lease or whatever from the start of May. So they've only got a month to do the whole fit out. So
That's complicated.
yeah, the store opens sometime in July. So yeah, kind of soonish, I guess, we'll know where it physically is going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, just met up in a little cafe and we're having a chat. And yeah, it was really nice. Like they were both so lovely. The two gals interviewing me,
Yes.
and it's that thing of like it seems promising, but you don't want to tell yourself that too much because then if you don't get it, you're sad.
You'll die inside. Yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
So I feel like by the time this goes live,
You'll know.
I might have a further update. I don't think there's any further rounds or anything. So
Oh, okay.
I may know, may have more of an inkling.
When did they tell you that you would find out?
Like the end of next week, but I'm just doing some quick math right now.
So like, right, mid-June.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't.
Anyway,
I feel like by end of May,
right.
mid.
So like a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
What? We're recording in advance? I don't understand.
What do you need to know about us?
We'll
is that
just
we're
give the
time
people what they
travelers.
want.
And time travelers that want to live in the shitty year that is 2023.
It is true that I've had the second interview, but at the point of this coming out, I don't know what the status of it is.
Yeah.
So, might let you know.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, stunning. Okay. That's so fun.
Yeah. So that is a nice thing that happened. I got the yawns.
Oh my God, Amy.
Sorry. Gina,
Yeah.
what's new with you?
I'll tell you.
All right.
Maybe I won't. Oh.
Oh.
So next week, can you and will you believe it?
No.
My best friend is getting married. I'm freaking out. I'm excited and I'm freaking out and I'm like, Jesus Christ, have I prepared enough? Like, what do I need to pack? Should I have done something beforehand?
Yep.
I think because I've had no hand in the planning, obviously, and it's all unsure to me, that makes me a bit nervous because I'm like, they're like, just show up. I'm like, no, but I'm sure there's more that I have to do.
Yes.
And that I should be doing. I just don't know what that is. So I'm excited for that. And it's a very emotional time, and I'm like half written my speech, but there's so many people giving speeches that I'm like, I need to be the best. And that's just so much pressure. And so weddings are so emotional. And I'm also the only single person in the wedding party.
Great.
So I'm sure I will have a great time. Like, it'll be very fun.
Yeah.
And I'll know a lot of the people there. But I reckon at the end of the night,
You just get to go home to yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be very sad seeing my best friend go off into the sunset
Sure,
with the love
yeah.
of their life. And I'll be like, I am single, alone, and at this moment, alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know how their wedding is going to work, but I think I'll also feel a little bit, okay, at like if they do, all the couples, we're going to dance now. Or
Right.
like daddy-daughter dance, or like any of that stuff.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be like, oh, I miss my family, or wouldn't it be nice if I
Yeah.
fucking had someone? But also love being single.
But
and
also, I'm gonna catch that. I'm gonna catch that bouquet, bitch.
like, do I want to get married someday? Yes. Do I want a wedding? Yes. Do I want it soon? Oh my God, I will throw up. Do you
Yes.
feel that way? Or do you think like if you met someone tomorrow and, they were the one and they said in like 6 months' time or a year, do you want to get married, that you'd be like, yeah, that feels good.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
I'd need to be with someone for a couple years.
Me too.
But I wish I had already been with someone for a couple years because I'm so ready to be
Ready.
married.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like in the marrying stage of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'd
fair.
love for that to happen.
I think I'm in the
Call in.
relationship. My number is. I think I'm in the relationship stage of life. Like,
Yes.
I think I'm ready again for a relationship, and I'm also ready to work on myself and the relationship. This is going to take a tangent, but I'm also like, because I am straight, and that means I can only date men, unfortunately. I also saw something that's like, if you are in a cis-het relationship with a man, it's quite exhausting, especially with a white man, because you have to constantly be teaching them how to be a nice person in general and to you. And it is exhausting. And it's like, that's the trade-off. If you want to be in love and you want a relationship, you have to be some man's teacher. And that makes me so sad and exhausted. And I'm like, is it A, worth it? Is it B, should I just wait around until I don't have to do that? Or will I be waiting forever? I don't know.
I don't think you'd be waiting forever, but I think definitely at our age, it is so varied
Yeah.
in the kind of person who is single and available as to what you're going to get.
And we live in Brisbane, Australia. I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts.
Great.
Happy for weddings. So excited.
Yes.
Could be interested in a relationship, terrified, and fuck my life, why am I attracted to men?
You
know what I mean?
Preach.
I love being a woman. It's so good. Also, privileges where privilege does. I am white, so it's fine.
Yes.
Okay, so today we thought we'd take you down a different route, fellows and fellettes and folksmen.
Get amongst it, fellas.
What are we doing today, Amy?
Well, Sheena, I'm so glad you asked me. I believe we're trying out a new little segment, new little game.
Yeah, so it's called, and again, very common, it's called Am I the Arsehole? So I'm going to read some Am I the Arsehole grabs for Amy, and we're going to decide together whether these people are truly the asshole or not. Now, this may sound familiar to you because it is a very popular Reddit thread.
Yes.
So this is not through my own knowledge or through listener submissions. This is stolen completely off the internet.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
But isn't everything?
Surely.
My personality,
Yeah.
my marriage license, my driver's license, my
My
birth
birth
certificate. Okay. Amy.
Okay, Gina.
Do you feel ready? God. You know, I think it's called acting, Amy.
Never tried. Never heard of it.
So our first one. Am I the asshole for missing my sister's wedding for my goat? And you have to decide right now, yes or no, and then I'm going to tell you.
For my goat.
For my goat.
There's no context.
You just got to throw it.
What if she hates her sister?
Well, exactly. We don't know. I mean, I do.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. All right. Here it is. Am I the asshole for missing my sister's wedding for my goat? Howdy. I live very far out in the country and have an animal rescue. I have a goat who has a very high risk pregnancy. Not my choice to breed her. She was rescued pregnant. My sister's wedding was last week and I expected her to give birth on or around the date of the wedding. The goat, obviously. She did give birth on the day of the wedding, by the way. Her and the kid were fine, if you were wondering. I called my sister a few days prior and let her know that I wasn't gonna be able to make it. She asked why, and I told her, and she, but mostly her husband, got really pissed and told me that I'm putting my goat before her. And like, yeah, I am. My sister won't possibly die if I don't attend her wedding. My goat possibly will. It's not really like we're close, but we chat sometimes. She suggested I call a vet, but I'm the only real vet around here. The only other vet near me was convicted of bestiality. And I really don't want him near my animals. None of my neighbors felt super comfortable kidding her for me, which means, you know, a couple other family members called me an asshole and wondering how you guys feel. I did send her a pretty good amount of money for a gift. So what do you think, Amy? Are they the
For
arsehole?
most of that, I was like, yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You're not a bad asshole, but your actions are.
Assholery.
Yeah. The one bit that's difficult is the seemingly the only other qualified person is into bestiality.
That's fucked.
That's
and
upsetting.
he was convicted.
Yeah, like that's not good because. But now you know what? I reckon they are still an asshole. I think they're a compassionate asshole. I reckon like they've got a conscience.
Yeah.
But
arrangements probably could have been
you
made.
would have you've probably had months for this.
Yeah.
And like valid that, you know, there's no other vets in your area.
But you could have travelled around.
You've literally they whoever they are have said I'm expecting them to give birth on or near the wedding day, and they did. So you knew you actually could have put in the effort. So I think they're the asshole.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think that's wild.
Yeah.
I think my family would absolutely not talk to me again. Or I would have to grovel really hard. Because I understand pets are family too. But this is crazy. Like you could have done something and nothing was done.
But it's also like they're saying I'm the only, you know, vet in the area. So that's framing it as work before.
Yeah.
Not even pet. It's framing it, in my opinion, as my work is coming before the wedding of my sister. And I think that's shit.
And it's not that you were estranged from your sister. They said, oh, we chat sometimes, but not often. So it's like, oh, so you're in contact. You're just not close.
Yeah.
So
you were invited because you're
family.
Part of the family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, they're the asshole. For sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Glad we agree. Not fucking often. All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to cook more for the unexpected friend my boyfriend brought home after he was already late and then going to bed?
Well, that was a long sentence. Am I the asshole for, I can't even remember the phrase.
Refusing to cook more for the unexpected friend my boyfriend brought home after he was already late and then going to bed.
No.
Okay. You don't think they're the asshole?
No.
Okay. Here we go. My 22 female, that's who's talking.
Sure.
Boyfriend, 24 male, that's how old he is,
Yep.
was supposed to come at mine. That's not a good sentence. Was supposed to come at mine around 8 p.m. so we could have dinner together. He didn't show up until an hour later when he arrived, he was with a friend. I greeted his friend and asked my boyfriend to follow me into the kitchen. I asked him why he was late and what was his friend doing here. He said that on his way home, he ran into the friend. They went to get drinks, and when he saw the time, he invited him to eat with us. I asked him why he didn't warn me before allowing him to come eat with us. He answered he didn't think it'd bother me. When I told him that I didn't cook enough for 3, he said that it wasn't too late for me to cook more for his friend. I refused. I refused and said no. It is too late for me to cook more for your friend because it's already close to 9:30 and I have to wake up early tomorrow for work. He asked what was his friend supposed to eat then. I replied that he could either cook for his friend or give him my plate, and then went to bed after saying a quick goodbye to his friend. I heard the front door open and shut minutes later, and I fell asleep. When I woke up, I'd received a couple of texts from my boyfriend saying that my behavior yesterday was very rude and that his friend had felt unwelcome, and me being mad at him wasn't an excuse for the way that I had treated his friend. I didn't reply, but now I feel guilty because I didn't want to make his friend feel unwelcome. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God, that boyfriend needs to get in the bin. Are you kidding?
I know.
Yuck.
I know.
You were really rude. No. You know what's rude is 1, not communicating with your partner. 1, to say that you're going to be late.
Yes.
2, to say that you're bringing someone.
Also, they don't live together.
Like,
So this boyfriend was coming to her place with a friend.
yeah, a friend that she also doesn't know.
Hasn't met, uninvited.
So bringing a random into the space and it's like, hey, you're being really rude because you didn't read my mind and cook up a 3rd meal.
And then what gets me is he says, it wasn't too late for me to cook more for his friend. What? Am I your fucking chef, bro? No.
100%. Like, what? You get in the kitchen, mate, and
Yeah.
cook for your friend
Yeah.
that you invited.
What?
And also the audacity to be like, oh, I just ran into my mate. Oh, I'll just have some beers with him. All good. Oh, oopsie, I'm running late. Whoopsie,
Just
forgot to
come with.
prioritize my partner.
I know.
Nah,
I
that guy
was just-
sucks.
I was just thinking that I would either be like to my partner, hey, I've just run into Amy. We haven't seen each other in a while. Is it okay if she comes for dinner?
100%.
They would say yes or no.
That's what a normal person
Which
would
is
do.
fine. Or I would say, hey, look, it's been so great seeing you. I do already have plans. Let's organize to meet soon.
Literally.
Like a normal fucking person.
Nah.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole at all.
At all.
Oh, I hope they're broken up now.
I hope so too.
I hope he's in a gutter.
And you heard it here first. Now another one.
Yes.
This is more would I be the asshole? But
Oh,
still.
hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Would I be the asshole if I started forcing my teen son to go to the bathroom before his sister has a bath?
Wow, there is so little context there.
I don't know.
Would I be the what?
If I started forcing my teen son to go to the bathroom before his sister has a bath.
What?
You got to decide.
Oh. Would I be the asshole? When you say go to the bathroom, do you mean going to the toilet or going to the actual bathroom where there is a shower and sink and
Yeah, it's intended to be toilet.
intended to be toilet?
Intended to be toilet. So bathroom meaning toilet.
Right. I'm going to say yes,
Okay.
but I'm very confused.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so my daughter, 13, has severe endometriosis to the point where she has been giving, God, I hate myself, to the point where she has been given morphine in the hospital. One thing that really helps her is hot baths, burning hot to the point where she's pink when she finally climbs out. She will sit in there for hours some days, but is happy to get out for us to use the bathroom once the pain has eased off some. My son, 15, has ADHD and is bad at grasping his own bodily needs until the last minute. Every time she asks to get into the bath, I run by him and ask if he needs the toilet, at which point he says no. Then, every single time, he will bang on the toilet door because he's desperate for the toilet. My daughter struggles to get in and out of the bath for the first hour while she's calming down, trying to relax herself. This leads to one of two situations. She drags herself out, sobbing, and then he cries because he feels bad, or he ends up peeing in the yard or the kitchen sink, which I don't like per se. Or the one time where I yelled at him over it and he wet himself through holding it in too long, which was even worse for my daughter as she had to wait longer then. I feel bad for both of them, but even the wet pants issue isn't enough to get him to pay more attention. The last couple of times I've tried to force him to go to the bathroom and he's gotten angry because he's not a little kid. I get it. His teachers and things treat him incapable because of his bathroom issues, but it's still not fair for him to continue disrupting his sister or pissing down my drains and in my plants. I feel like an asshole regardless, but would physically forcing him through threats put me in that category indefinitely?
Forcing him through threats. Because up until that line right there, I was like, I don't think she is.
The arsehole,
Like, I think she's just trying to be a good mum.
I don't think it would be. I think threats is used lightly, as in, if you don't go to the toilet, I swear to God, you're not getting dinner or whatever the thing is. You know what I mean? I think I'm getting the vibe that up until then, she's been like, okay, Amy's going to go have her bath now. Do you need to go to the toilet? He goes, no, of course I don't. 2 minutes later, fuck, get out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think the vibe to me is she's been quite allowing and open and being like, well, you are, how old is he? 15. You know your body. If I ask you, do you need to go to the bathroom, and you say no, I'm going to believe you.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think she's saying, I think I'm going to say go to the bathroom. I think that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
Yeah. I think it's valid. I think that's a really tricky situation. That's a very hard spot to be as a mum. I think you just need another toilet.
Truly.
Just a little, put it in the kitchen.
I think for me, it's inexcusable that he pissed in the kitchen sink.
That's weird.
Who the fuck does that?
And in the garden, just find a little,
Sure.
that's whatever. Just
Yeah.
find a little
La
spot.
la la.
Yeah.
And it's not going to hurt your plants, love. So let's calm down.
Yeah, no, calm down on that one.
The kitchen sink, however,
That's
justified.
gross.
Yeah.
I don't think she's the asshole.
No, I don't either. What are your thoughts on the son? Meaning, like,
He's an asshole.
I think it's wild to me that as a teenager and even now as an adult, if I'm going for a long drive or whatever, I still go to the toilet beforehand, even if I don't feel like I need to pee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, that's what I've been taught from a young age.
I feel like it's hard though, because that is that teenage age for boys in particular, when they are just so indifferent. They're not really listening. Like, they're all just in their own head. I would say there's probably times when his mum said that and he's just autopiloted, been like, nah, all good, and hasn't actually registered what's been said. And then he's like, oh, I've got to go pee. And he's like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, I think he's a teenage boy, so he's an asshole.
Yeah, I also think, and I don't know much about it, that ADHD has a place to play. Because what I have read is that sometimes you're so out of your own head, you're not actually realizing what's going on. So that's also another thing. All right, do we have time for one more?
One more, Gina.
Okay. Am I the asshole for storming off from my sister's wedding after she dead named my son?
Oh.
The silence is palpable.
Yes, and I'm intrigued.
Okay. I'm a 25-year-old single father of 3. Their mum died 10 years ago. I have 3 sons, 17-year-old Andrew, 15-year-old Connor, and 14-year-old Max. Connor was born female. He is trans. He came out as trans 5 years ago and has now socially transitioned, not yet physically. My sister, 38 female, just got married. Me and my sons were also invited. My family has known that Connor is trans for 2 years now. Some have adjusted well, some not so much. My sister is pretty indifferent about it. Her wedding was really super well organized to the last detail. She wanted all the men to wear shirt and tie and then women's sundresses. I texted her a picture of our outfits the day before the wedding and she said, "Where's Nia's dress?" I was a bit surprised and told her not to dead name my son and that he'll be wearing a shirt and tie like the rest of the men there or we aren't coming. She said fine and that was it. At the reception, my sister got mad that Connor was wearing a tie, but didn't say much after that. When we sat down at our table, the card Nia.
Oh.
I went to my sister and she said she used their real name. I told her me and the boys are leaving and she told me, "Don't you dare cause a scene at my wedding. Nia can be a guy any other day." I called her a bigot and we left. My family says I ruined her wedding. Am I the asshole?
Oh my God, what a good dad.
I know.
No way.
Not the
Nah.
asshole at all.
At all. Oh my God, what a beautiful dad.
I know. I also think it's a good lesson to learn about because he says, my sister is pretty indifferent about it. No, she's not.
No, she's not.
She's pretty firm, isn't she?
She doesn't validate it. She doesn't believe it.
No.
She's like, it's a phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably of the idea like, oh, kids today. It's just female and male. Like, oh God, you just can't get anything right. And
And that would be so upsetting for Connor as well.
I know. 5 years. 5 years. And
out to the family for 2.
Out to his family for 2.
Like, even if if it'd been out for a couple months and things had already been planned, it was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry. The placards or whatever had already been ordered. More understandable. That's just intolerance and no effort.
Yes. Agreed.
Mm-mm.
I think that is very fucked up.
Yeah.
Not the asshole.
No.
In
no
conclusion,
way. Love that dad.
Love that dad. Well done. And he's 45 years old. So he's not a young dad.
Yeah.
So good on dad.
Love him.
Yeah. For being so understanding and open to change. Because I know parents.
Am I right?
Am I right? And that's a clap for all parents out there.
For all of you. Gina,
Uh-huh.
as we come to the end of another episode,
Oh, no.
I would like to ask you a question.
Sure.
What got you good this week?
Thank you for asking. I'm so glad you asked. And I'm so glad that I thought about this and I didn't write it down. Because why would I need to write it down?
That's how I lived my life hard and fast for so long.
Oh, you know what? Made guacamole today.
Oh,
How fucking good is guac?
Yummo.
Delicious. I fucking love guac.
Did you have corn chippies?
I had Doritos.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Also, I just don't know the right ratio. I put in a bit of avo, red onion, bit of tomato, salt, pepper,
tomato.
lemon juice.
Yes.
I even put in paprika
Oh, I love paprika.
and a bit of all-purpose seasoning and a little bit of chili.
Chile.
But I just don't know how to make it flavor.
Yes, I'm not a great cook.
Me either.
And I reckon I could use a whole container of spices.
Yes,
And it would still taste vanilla.
I know. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know the ratios.
No.
Anyway, that's me. I had a great guac and it was great.
Well, Gina, speaking of food,
Oh,
would you like to know what got me good this week?
yeah, go on, you saucy mix.
All right. I am trying to cook some more meals that I may not have before. And I made a vegetarian curry
Oh.
and it wasn't terrible.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of like tofu or beans?
Tofu.
Wow.
So I used tofu and then carrot, potato, sweet potato, broccoli. I think that was it. And like a yellow curry paste.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Tofu, really? Did I tell you my discovery with tofu?
No.
Oh, I tried to be good and I watched this TikTok. video on this tofu recipe, and I hadn't had tofu in years, so I thought, give it a crack, give it a go.
Yes, no, you have told me this, but please go on.
On the podcast?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yes.
And so it was tofu, cottage cheese, and you were meant to blend that, and it was meant to be like a nice creamy pasta with mushrooms and peas and like pasta. It fucking was the worst. It was the worst thing, and I made so much of it. Like, that was meant to feed me for days, and I was like, it's so bad that I actually can't finish it.
You're like, I'm gonna vomit if I have to.
And
look
I
at
kept
this.
adding spices and shit to it, going,
Yeah.
oh, that's not good. I'll just add a bit more of this or a bit more of that. Fucking, there was nothing I could add.
Yeah.
And I commented on that woman's TikTok, and I can't remember her name, but I was like, oh,
You're a liar.
I said something like, oh, Amy, you've really done me bad. I tried it and it didn't taste good. Sad.
Did they respond?
Yeah, they said, oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you try adding more of this?
And you're like, I tried adding more of everything.
Tofu.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it.
Yeah. It's a hard one. It is a hard one to
one.
get flavoursome.
I agree.
Mm.
Amy,
Gina.
we've been here far too long.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Lay in bed
Nice.
with me.
All right.
Amy, it's always darling seeing your face.
All right.
I can't, well,
What?
I'll go fuck myself then.
Would you?
I would.
You deserve it.
Thank you for tuning in. Catch us next week when we talk more fucking shit.
Truly.
My name's Gina.
My name is Amy.
And we are
as good as it gets.